be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense. They said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots. So, obviously, we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
Got his man down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver.
Bernie on the Jets. 30. 10. Touchdown, Bulldog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will now get its first chance with the football. Mario Kramer, they'll be looking to him, and he'll probably be keeping an eye on the other side in this great matchup of wideouts.
We've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country, two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Drills him with the stiff arm. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. All over him immediately.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll try to run it in. Driven back.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football. And I like when offenses understand, man, when I get down here in this part of the field really shrinks in the red zone. Get the ball to your playmaker, and sometimes he'll make things happen. And he did there. Got a nice gain, didn't get in the end zone.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does.
He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies the stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he makes the extra point. The returner will field it and bring it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Reed, keeping his eyes downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz.
Right down the gut of the field. The 20. He's at the into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. See some running room. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The run inside. It's Frazier. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out wide left, it's Wiley. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Run in the red zone. It's Phillips. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds. But
touchdown, Bulldog! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Reed. Left side, it's Bussey. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Reed. This one's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Trying to take it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. On first down, Nate Frazier, enough to move the chains. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. On target over the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's a give to Frazier.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Hard running there. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. 3rd and long right here. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. From deep, it's Morrow. And the returner is stopped. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Aggies want to move quickly. They give it back to him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. On the move. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
He's going to get loose. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Reed to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The kick is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. First play of this drive. Fires immediately. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Frazier. Still running at the 40. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Reed. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the 1st down. He's scrambling on that play, and they're allowed.
Makes the grab in their space. They've got the 1st down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. Reed. Out wide right, it's Owens. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Out wide left, it's Bussey. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the number 5 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Cavaliers, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium at Athens. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Aggies will hustle to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Keeps it himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bulldogs' offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Frazier again. On the stop.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Turns it upfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked.
He's going to let it go. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll run it. It's Owens. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well run him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Play fake, Reed. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That is how you set the tone. First and goal, the offense set up in great position. Nice job rushing the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, getting him in the ground, and now getting him in a second down and long situation.
Quick give. It's Owens. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Handoff again. Maybe some room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, This has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right.
Sprinting away. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On first down, Nate Frazier. He's got enough. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. The give, running right, it's Frazier. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Frazier again. He's dropped. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Caught. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field.